Let's get to it.
YouTube, what is going on? Old Man Mesa here, back at it with another episode of Ask Mesa. What are we up to here? Number 22. This is a weekly series where you guys ask me questions in the comments, and then I try to answer them as best I can every week. And usually put a gameplay in the background I'm not terribly embarrassed by, and this game actually was pretty good. I think I got like 26 kills and like a 2.0 KDR, which is good for me because I stink on ice when it comes to PvP. Or as you know, I call myself Bad Ames McGillicuddy. Okay, then we got Maverick. He says, what console are you getting the recently announced Call of Duty on, and will you be streaming it? Well, I'll definitely be streaming it. It all depends, man. See, I love Treyarch games, so I actually fired up the old PS3 last night and was playing some Blops Deuce. So, I'm excited that it's Black Ops 3. For consoles, you know what? I'll have an Xbox One by then, guys. See, I'm more concerned with Star Wars Battlefront. Okay, if Star Wars Battlefront has any type of preference on Xbox, then I'm definitely going to get an Xbox. Now, I'm not anti-Xbox or anything like that. I want to play with you guys that are on Xbox. I know a lot of my subscriber base, I believe, is on Xbox. So, guys, I'm sorry that I post so much PS4 stuff, but that's all I have right now. So, I definitely want to get an Xbox, but right now my priority is a new MacBook Pro, because with streaming, my MacBook right now does not like me. It hates me when I stream. It eats up all my memory. So, I want to get that, and I'll definitely be streaming all new games. Again, guys, I cover games I love. So, if I love the new Treyarch game, and I love Star Wars Battlefront, you know you'll be seeing it. And I think it's going to work out perfectly timing-wise, because word around the campfire is that Battlefront's going to come out in December. We know that Treyarch's going to release Black Ops 3 in November, and the big DLC for Destiny, I guess we'll call it a comment, whatever it's called, should be out in September. So perfect timing. I can take a little step away from Destiny in November, play a little COD. But then again, guys, it was just like Advanced Warfare. If I like it, I'll cover it. If I don't like it, I'm not going to play it. So I tried Advanced Warfare, I reviewed it, I hated it, I'm not playing it. Battlefront, I've been a Star Wars geek my whole life, so really looking forward to that. Alright, then we got Chase That Monkey 101 says, if you had to delete one of your Guardians along with one exotic gun and one exotic armor, what would you choose? Well, I guess for the character, guys, I'm sorry, I don't like Titans. I'm not good with them. I love my Warlock, and I can't live without blink jumping, so that also carries over to the Hunter. So I'd delete him. As for pieces of exotic, well, I'd say the worst exotic gun would definitely be, or at least the one I almost never use is No Land Beyond. I'm just terrible with that thing. And as for armor, it would have to be, well, the one I never use, which is the Titan boots. It's the, I think the MK44 stand-asides or something it's called. I ranked them up, leveled it, never used it once. Okay, then we got Ian, P98 Gaming. It's a long question, but he basically wants to know my thoughts and opinions on basically how Destiny is the most expensive product ever made in terms of gaming, $500 million, and lack of content, and what does it have to show for it? Now, GTA had half the budget and has such an intricate, detailed story. Okay, well, first off, GTA I think is boring as molasses, and that's probably because of my background, man. I never got into stories, so... all first-person shooting games I've ever played, I've never played the campaign. I'm even guilty of that with Killzone Shadowfall. I don't think it's really lack of content. I think they spent a lot of money on things that we haven't even seen yet. Because remember, that $500 million I don't think was meant towards just this initial release. That's everything from DLC to what's planned for the next couple of years and so forth. I think there's a lot more involved. I'm never bored with this game, even though... See, like when people say like you're doing the same things over and over again, I kind of digress that. Much to people's chagrin, I don't feel like I'm doing the same thing over and over. When I do Crota every week and Vault of Glass every week, it's a different experience because I'm with different people. You know, different people from my clan. It's more of a social experience. So, I don't know. I know it's a little bit of a tangent here, but in terms of lack of content, I just don't see it because I'm not a story campaign type of person, you know, but I can see it from someone else's perspective that a lot of people didn't like this game because of the fact that the story was pretty short and I guess boring for that matter. But see, I'm a grinder. That's why I love the strikes, I love the raids, and I love multiplayer. I still love PvP, even though it's a little bit on the broken side right now. We got Jacob Scaife. I know I'm butchering that name. What is your favorite hand cannon, auto rifle, pulse rifle, scout rifle in the game right now? Well, for auto rifles, I still love my For the People. I get an awesome For the People roll that just has reloads galore because it's got speed reload, it's got spray and play, it's got rangefinder, I believe, on it. It's an all-around amazing gun for PvE. Not so much PvP because it does like 19's precision, I think. Pulse rifles, obviously, Red Death, love that thing. I would say a second runner-up would be Oversoul Edict. Scout rifle, I would say, gotta be my Fang of Ute. I use that more than anything. I do have a Gellian's Demise, can't stand that thing. And I do have a pretty nice Crusader, a pretty nice roll in it. I forget what stats it has on it, but I know it's pretty damn good, so I'm gonna say that. As for hand cannons, it's not Hawk Moon anymore, man. It used to be, but I'm just not good with that thing in PvP anymore. I still use it a lot in PvE, though. So I'm going to say Red Hand 9. I've got a great Red Hand 9. It's got explosive rounds. I use that for everything PvP and PvE. I got a really good Timor's Lash with spray and play, let's see, Third Eye, and I believe, yeah, and explosive rounds. I like that, but for some reason I'm just not good with it in PvP. But other than that, other hand cannons, Last Word, definitely one of my faves for PvP. Don't really use it in PvE that much. Then we got Actors Bob says, when you bought Destiny, did you think it would be as addicting as it is? I'm going to say yeah, because I was hooked when I played Alpha, and I went through withdrawal before Beta came out, and when Beta finished up, man, I had to go see a psychiatrist before the final release came out, because I was just grinding, foaming at the mouth for this game, and which is really weird because prior to Destiny, I've said this before, I never played story, never played campaign, barely even played any co-op games. I mean, my introduction to co-op was playing Killzone Shadowfall Intercept. Prior to that, man, prior to Destiny even, all I played was Killzone Shadowfall multiplayer, and years before that, I was one of those COD drones. That's why I say I'm a recovering Call of Duty addict. But yeah, man, it is addictive, and I think it's only going to get more addictive as we get new content and new expansion, and who knows what's going to happen in December and then Destiny 2 and stuff. It's going to be a fabulous 10 years, I think. All right, then we got Bloody Law. He says, do you think that the Queen's Wrath will be before House of Wolves or after House of Wolves? I think definitely after, man, because even though all that stuff leaked, I did a video about it. It all came from Destiny DB, all the weapons, armor, whole bunch of new stuff we're going to see. I believe that has to come after the House of Wolves, and I think she's not going to be in the tower like she was last time. She's going to be where the new social space is, where the reef is. So, yeah, I'm definitely expecting it then, but I'm just curious as to how the hell the whole gear thing is going to work out, because now we're going to have new light levels, we're going to have levels of gear we can get from the Vanguard, from the Crucible, from our factions, from the Raid, and then also from the Queen. So it'll be really interesting to how that all plays out. Alright, so, you know, I'm not going to try to pronounce that acronym. Okay, Mesa, Oreos, or Chips Ahoy? I'm going to be lame and say neither, man. You know, the older you get, guys, I don't eat cookies anymore, man. All I eat is like protein bars. I have these breakfast Belvita things I eat. I go to the gym every day for 70 minutes and just try to take care of myself. But when I was a kid, I'm going to go Oreo, man. Oreos are so good and so addicting. Alright, we got Max P says, do you use fusion rifles in PvP besides the Vex? Absolutely not. Never did, never condoned it, but it was, frankly, to be honest, guys, because I was terrible with them. I'm one of those annoying shotgun assholes. I don't do the knee slide shotgun thing, though, but I was just, from day one, I've always used shotguns and was very frustrated with fusion rifles. But I do love fusion rifles in PvE, though, and I know that's not the question, but I love my Light of the Abyss and Plug One, and I got a trolley problem. I use those a ton in PvE, especially when you're doing Atheon Hard, when you're doing the Oracles, right when Atheon's teleporting you to Mars and Venus, those fusion rifles take out those Oracles the best rather than shooting them with a primer or even something that has extra damage towards the Oracles, like a Vision of Confluence or Fatebringer, stuff like that. The fusion rifles take them right out in 2 seconds. Okay, so we got Engineer by Day. Hey, Mesa, you said you ride bike, so you are a road cyclist. I live in New York City as well and just finished doing my weekend ride in Long Island with my bike club. That's sweet, man. You know, I was thinking of joining one of those biking clubs. Yeah, because come the nice weather, I'd rather not sit in the gym doing the elliptical and bike there. I can't run because my knees suck. To do my cardio, so I just go bike riding for hours on day. Where I live in Queens is this parkway called the Cross Island Expressway. It's got a really long bike path. I take that around, and then it goes up to near a mental hospital called Creedmoor, where there's a huge other path that leads onto there. And also back when I was living in Manhattan for a number of years, man, that's all I did was live on my bike. I'd bike down the whole side of the FDR Drive, down by the World Trade Center, then up the West Side Highway, and then all over Central Park. So yeah, huge biker, but not a professional by any means. I think I have Gary Fisher. I think it was like 500 beans. I got a number of years ago, and yeah, any chance I get, I bike. I hate driving. Then we got My Name is Question Mark. Mesa, what was the first exotic weapon you ever got and how did you get it? Mine was Patience and Time from Xur. My first one was Xur's Regime, also from Xur. And then I also remember shortly after that, my first exotic that I got, actually as like a drop, was the Last Word for the Nightfall. And I remember Nightfalls were scary back then for me because I only had one character, and I think it was only level 27 or 28 or something, and we took a long time to do that one particular Nightfall. I think it was, if I recall correctly, it was Summoning Pits, and I remember it dropped, and I didn't know what the last word was or anything, but I remember my friend Harry Behringer, he's, I've known him for a long time, he's been in my comments section a very long time, and he said, dude, you just got a really, really cool gun. I was like, really? I didn't know that. Sure enough, Last Word, love it, baby. So that's going to wrap it up for this video, guys. I love you all. Leave me a question for next week's episode. Drop a like in this video only if you see fit. Follow me on Twitter, Mesa Sean. Check out my stream. Links will be in the description. And that's it. You stay gorgeous, Guardians.